What's up and welcome back. Today we're going to be breaking down Bangalore and giving you tips on how to most effectively use her. She's one of the best carries in the game. We'll get into more on that. I'm Backpack Barney, aka Barney, and we're diving into Apex Legends with vigor. It is so much fun. I hope you've been enjoying it as well. I first started out with Bloodhound and quickly switched over to playing with Bangalore because I found when I'm playing by myself, it's much easier to stay alive and make plays when I'm using Bangalore than it is to use Bloodhound. So let's dive into it. The first thing you got to know is Bangalore's three different skills. Every legend, right? Every legend character in Apex Legends has three skills. Bangalore's passive is double time. So when you're running, she will get, if she gets shot at, she speeds up her run for a short period of time. Then her Q or her normal would be the smoke grenades. She gets two of those, and I think they're on like 17-second or 20-second timers. I'm not 100% sure, but it's not too long, and she can bank two in the canister. And then her third and final thing, her ult, is Rolling Thunder, and it's a called-in airstrike. A note on her ult, it's not as powerful as Gibraltar's. Gibraltar beats hers out of the park, but Bangalore is so good at positioning, which is something that I've come to love about her and why I'm going to recommend her if you're playing by yourself. You can make plays much easier, and it's easier to get by and res your teammates. It's easier to be that carry when you have those smoke grenades on. So we dive into the game, and what is the first thing? Obviously pick a good loot spot. I like going to bunker. Wherever you want to go though, that's up to you. Bunker is one of my favorite spots, and as I'm dropping, what we do is we keep track of the people around us. One note for us, if you're coming from Fortnite, dropping in this game is a little bit different. You don't want to wait until you're right above where you're going to hit. You want to hit around the 900-800 meter mark. Once you're 900 or 800 meters away from where you're going to go, that's the optimal place to drop. If you drop before that, it's going to be a little bit farther out and your jets are going to lag a bit so people can beat you to it. If you drop after that 800 mark, you're going to be, the people that drop at that 800 mark will beat you to the loot, because the way the jetpacks work while you're dropping, they give you thrust, and you actually can't just free fall faster than the jetpack can shoot you. So it's better to drop at that 800 to 900 meter mark. Now that that's out of the way, Bangalore and why she is my personal favorite carry at the moment. So there's a lot of champions in the game, like Wraith, who have really they're really slippery and can get away from you. Bloodhound can be super quick with his ult. Bangalore is really good at helping your teammates and positioning yourself. The smoke bombs are used very effectively in different fights. If you have a teammate go down, you can smoke them, make it harder for them to get eliminated or finished on, and then as well as running up there and hitting the res while a person's smoked out. Now Lifeline is the character that is known for she is the revive character. She obviously is going to do it better than Bangalore. Bangalore doesn't have the shield that Lifeline has, but that shield that Lifeline has isn't useful in other situations, where the smoke bomb from Bangalore is very useful in many situations. One thing you'll notice quickly if you're coming from Fortnite into Apex Legends, and that's what I've done, so I'll make that reference a few times here, you need to be careful about your positioning, because you can't just throw up a build and protect yourself at any moment. If you're in a wide open field, it's a bad place to be. When you do get ambushed, you will at times get ambushed in your transitions when you're rotating around the map, and when that happens, you can use Bangalore's smoke bomb to reposition away from the fight. Something that I do a lot more in Apex Legends than I found myself doing in Fortnite is retreating. If the fight isn't going well, retreating, healing, and finding a different fight, or just wrapping around in a large chunk to get that fight reestablished with you having the upper hand. The smoke bomb helps with every single one of those things. You can either smoke the enemy, put them in disarray, or you can smoke where you're running through, make sure they don't have a shot on you, and you can smoke your teammates as well. So it plays, even though Bangalore's an assault classified character, she plays a really good job at being that support role and positioning in the battlefield, which is, it's almost over half the fight when it comes to playing this game, is having the better position over the other team. Obviously hitting your shots is what it ultimately comes down to, but positioning is the key to making your shots easy to hit, and Bangalore is really good at that. So I would recommend rocking with Bangalore. Obviously, the Wingman's a great weapon, so I like rocking the Wingman. My personal loadout would be Wingman, Peacekeeper, the Mastiff when I get lucky enough to find it. Oh, that gun's so much fun. But the Wingman, you have that medium range, right? And the reason that I don't normally rock a long-range weapon on Bangalore, whereas that's something I might rock on Bloodhound, is because I can use my smoke to close distance really well. So if I find the enemy at long range and I want to engage them, and one, if they don't know me, I won't use the smoke, I'll just go up there. But if they notice me, you can just use your smoke to get up in there and position on them. And that kind of rolls into how the airstrike Rolling Thunder can play into that. Rolling Thunder isn't as strong as Gibraltar's. We went over that. But it's still extremely, extremely effective, because just like we use our smoke bomb for positioning in battles, you're going to use the Rolling Thunder for positioning as well. Obviously, if you can use it to get some kills, great. But each one of the canisters in the Rolling Thunder just blankets the area with these different bombs. Each one of those is going to do 20 hits of damage on the way down, and then when they blow up, I think they do around 20 hits of damage too. It covers a large area, which is really, really nice, but it's not super strong. It will hit people like an arc grenade will, so they'll be kind of dazed and confused when you do hit them with it. But as far as actually getting kills with it, that's more of Gibraltar style. What you can do with Bangalore, though, is you can use that Rolling Thunder, throw it behind the enemy, and force them to come into you if you're winning a fight. Throw it on their positioning, so if they're positioned on high ground, throw it in that position, and then they have to evacuate their position and either come low ground or retreat from the fight. So what this is very useful at is either pushing people inside buildings. If you're fighting inside, throw that Rolling Thunder down, tell your buddies, get out of the buildings, or get in if you guys are winning the fight. Either way, you can force players at your will to go to a certain position if you have the right mindset going into that. Someone has high ground, throw it up there. They're either going to come down and we're ready for that, or they're going to push back and we can reset the fight. On top of that, when circles rotating late game, that Rolling Thunder is very useful in pushing people to further out rotations to hit that circle. If you can keep people and manipulate them out of, let's say you have a tunnel, a sight line, you can put it at the end of that and force them to go around the cave rather than through it, thus taking some storm damage or just giving them not as good position in the final fight. Bangalore has become one of my favorite characters. She's absolutely a blast to play. When you're playing solos, it's even better. I like using her even more because you never know how good your teammates are, right? You're less coordinated with players that you're not on comms with all the time, or you're using game chat to talk with instead of that Discord chat. When you're in that situation and the communication is a little bit less, you can egg your teammates on in certain directions by using those smokes or using that Rolling Thunder. A smoke will give your teammates opportunity to start healing, as well as when they go down, you can use it to get them up. The Rolling Thunder will egg them, hey, we're moving away from here, and we're going over here. Or, any way you use that smoke or that Rolling Thunder, you're going to be able to kind of coordinate your team a little bit more around that. And this is what I recommend heavily when you play Bangalore. Play for position. Use your position over everything. She's so utilized to get you in the right spot, as well as when your teammates need it, help them out. If you focus on the position while you're using her, you're gonna find that you're getting a lot more easy shots off on your enemies, which is gonna result in a lot more kills, making you the carry for your team. I've played Bangalore less than I've played Bloodhound, but I've been the champion in games more often with Bangalore just due to my survivability when I'm in game. Anytime things get hairy, throw that smoke at my feet and I vanish. I feel like a Ninja Turtle. You should feel like a Ninja Turtle too. Start playing Bangalore. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you have any other tips or opinions on Bangalore or other legends inside Apex, we're just diving in and getting the channel started, but having a blast. Let me know down below what those tips, opinions are. Thank you for stopping by. Hit that sub button. Might as well. You made it this far. I'm Backpack Barney, and until next time, we'll catch you later.
I got all my stuff back. Dude, I hit him so many times. He's lit. That Mirage.